the Miami Foundation. On this webinar, we will be introducing you to our brand new database called Nonprofit Central. Nonprofit Central is a community resource that helps Miamians connect to the nonprofits in our community. This is a really, really exciting time for us to be launching this, and we are really excited to have you on board as a participating nonprofit in this database. The benefits of this database are not only to educate the community about who is out there, but also hopefully to engage some new donors in your organization and bring some new supporters and ambassadors to your cause. So we'll have 3 stages of the webinar today. First, we want to just overview the site, introduce you to the features of Nonprofit Central. The second thing we'll do is show you an example profile and walk you through what a typical nonprofit profile will look like. And the third thing we'll do today is show you how to log in and update your profile. So first, as I mentioned, this is Miami's Nonprofit Central. There are 2 ways to search on this database. First, we'll scroll down and we will introduce you to the 12 categories of nonprofits that we have. You'll see it goes from A to Z, so it covers the whole gamut, starting with accessibility, and disability services, and ending with science and technology. So you'll see there are hundreds of nonprofits on this database. We'll click on one of them now and show you what a typical page will look like. So you'll see the organization's name and their logo. The other way that you can navigate the website and search for organizations is by their name. So as soon as you start to type an organization's name in there, you'll see it automatically starts to populate with anyone that has those words in their organization's name. So we'll take you to the Miami Foundation's page and just walk you through what a typical nonprofit profile looks like. There's a few sections. The top is just a summary. It has all the basic information about your organization, including contact information, mission statement, and social media links. The second section is images and video. Here you can upload up to 2 videos and 10 images that show the work of your organization. You can also include a description here to give some context to the images and videos that visitors will be seeing. The next section of a nonprofit profile is programs. Here you can talk about the name of the programs and projects that your organization is working on, as well as a brief description about what that program does and introduce your work to the community. One of the cool features about this section that we're currently developing is the opportunity for you to name the actual geographic area where this program takes place so that site visitors can explore programs on a map. And we'll show you a little bit more about that later. The next section of the nonprofit profile is board and staff. So we understand that staff come in all shapes and sizes. So the default is to show 5 board members' names and 5 staff members' names with the option to click to see more, and expands to up to 10 names. One of the cool features here is you'll see that the board and staff has blue, their names are in blue. Those are actually hyperlinks. So if your staff, your board member has a biography on your website or somewhere else out on the internet, you can include a hyperlink to their bio so that visitors can learn more about who is serving on your board. The next section of the profile is financials. So this is a donor-facing platform. We hope donors will come learn about your programs and opt to make a gift to your organization. So here donors can see what your budget is. We'll have the option to upload organizational budget, your most recent 990, and an IRS letter of determination. The last requirement on the financial section is your certificate of solicitation. This is a document from the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. You may be familiar that in Give Miami Day 2014, it was the first time that we required this document, and it was new to a lot of you. This is a state requirement by law as of summer 2013. And it just shows that you are in good standing with the state's Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services and that you can solicit donations in the state of Florida. If you're unfamiliar with this document or have any questions about it, you can call 1-800-HELP-FLA, and the Division of Consumer Services will walk you through how to apply for this certificate and be in good standing with the state. So this is a requirement in order to be listed on Nonprofit Central. And of course, the bottom section is a donate page. So if visitors are so inclined to make a gift to your organization, they can do so here. The gifts will be processed by the Miami Foundation on a monthly basis, and all gifts will be processed as an ACH, electronic transfer, or direct deposit. So, and if you have ever participated in Give Miami Day in the past, or even if you have thought about participating in Give Miami Day and started a profile on the system we used to use called Blackbaud Nonprofit Central, you are considered an existing user on this site. So how you would access your profile is by hovering over Manage Your Profile up at the top and clicking Existing Users. If you are brand new, you have never participated in Give Miami Day, and you have never even heard of Blackbaud Nonprofit Central, then you would click New User. Since the majority of you are probably going to be existing users, we'll walk through that instance first. So when you click Existing Users, you'll be brought to this page. As you see at the header, it's called Kimbia Match Day Controller. Now, Kimbia is our site host. They're the company we've worked with to build this database. And so we're really happy to partner with them. And we hope you don't get too confused by the fact that you see the word Kimbia here. So what you'll do is you'll click on the Foundation/Events dropdown and begin typing the Miami Foundation Nonprofit Central. Now, you'll see foundations named from all over the country, and that's because Kimbia works nationwide to bring giving days and nonprofit databases to community foundations and communities all over the country. You can log in by your organization's EIN or organization's name. We'll try logging in by our EIN first. They can't mix this up with anyone else when we log in by our EIN. Then you will click Send Me Giving Day Profile URL. When you click that link, a little on-screen message will appear, and it will say who that link has been emailed to. Now, this is some contact information that we have on file for your organization. So you'll see the name there, and you'll know if you can find that person in your office and get the URL from them. Or if there's been transition in your office, then you can reach out to us, and we can help update that information and get it to you, get it in the right hands. So you'll see as I was talking that email actually just came in. And when you click on it, this is what the email will look like. It comes from info@miamifoundation.org with the subject line, Your Giving Day Profile. So right here, you'll click on the URL that's contained in the email, and it will bring you to this page. Now, this is the registration page, the back-end form for Nonprofit Central, and a lot of this information has already been populated. We've actually done some of the work for you by importing the data that we had on file for your organization. So you might see your logo, you might see some basic contact information, but feel free to update anything as you see fit. Anything that's required on this form is marked with a red asterisk, and anything else is optional. We strongly encourage you to update as much information as possible to build a more robust profile so that when community members and donors visit the site, they can learn as much as possible about your organization. But if you'd like to stick to what's required, that's okay too. So you'll scroll down, you'll see just what we saw on the Miami Foundation's sample nonprofit profile. You can upload up to 10 pictures and 2 videos. You can talk about your organization's programs and provide a description. Now here I want to highlight this section called Program Areas Served. Earlier I mentioned that we are in the process of building a map where visitors to the site can actually navigate and learn about who's doing what throughout Miami-Dade County. So this is your opportunity to show that you're providing services in that area of the county. And we'll introduce more about the map as it comes along, but please, we encourage you to click off any area throughout the county where you provide services for each of your programs. The next section is Staff and Board, as we mentioned, and here you'll see where you can enter in that URL for your board member's biography, if that is available. Your staff. The next section is Financials. Now, I mentioned some of the required documents: a 1-page organizational budget, your Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services Certificate of Solicitation, your most recent 990, and your IRS Letter of Determination. All of these files are required to be in PDF format, so make sure you have those handy before starting to update your profile. It'll be much easier if you already have those on hand. The final section of this registration form is your payment information. So any gifts that are made to your organization through Nonprofit Central and on Give Miami Day will be made via ACH electronic transfer. So this is your opportunity to share that information with us. It will be kept private. It will only be seen by our finance team. And this year we're including an additional requirement here. So in addition to providing your bank name, your routing number, and your account number, we're also asking everyone to upload a voided check. This will just help our finance team cross-reference the information you've provided and make sure that we're able to provide your gifts as quickly and expediently as possible. So that's where you would upload a new file of a PDF version of a voided check. You can just scan that into your computer and it will automatically scan it in as a PDF. So here's the fun part. So once you've uploaded all of that information and you are ready to show it to us, you would click this orange button down at the bottom called Save Changes. At that point, you will see an on-screen confirmation that your information has been submitted, and that's when it comes to us, for us to review and to approve or deny your profile. So if you've done everything right, if you've uploaded all the required information, then it should be pretty quick. We'll approve your profile within a few days, but we may get back to you and say that something was incorrect or looked a little amiss, and then you'll have time to update that information, and we will then approve your profile. You will receive an email when your profile is finally approved, and it looks like this. Again, it comes from info@miamifoundation.org with the subject line of approval notification. And it's a pretty short email. It just says, congratulations, your organization has been approved. Shortly after your organization is approved on the site, we will publish it out to the public. So it might not show up right away, but it will be published within a few days. And here's the best part of all, folks. Once you are approved on Nonprofit Central, your organization is automatically registered to participate in Give Miami Day 2015. So these two sites work seamlessly together, streamlining registration for everyone. And the great thing is we kind of kill two birds with one stone. Not only are you registered for Give Miami Day, but we are constantly building up Nonprofit Central, adding more and more organizations here, so it's a more robust and rich community resource for all of us. So we hope that this was an insightful presentation where you got to learn, 1, about our new resource called Nonprofit Central, 2, what your organization's profile will look like once it's finished, and 3, finally, how to actually access and update your profile. Now, I focused heavily on existing users, what this looks like, what the process looks like for existing users. It's even easier for new users. You would hover over Manage Your Profile, click New User, and automatically be taken to that registration form where you can fill out all the information. Once again, we strongly encourage you to gather all this information before starting to update it on the form here. But we are always here for more if you have any questions along the way. So feel free to reach out to us. And also, you can see the screen we have up is that email with the URL. Please retain that URL. Once you have it saved, you don't have to have that whole rigmarole of logging in. You'll have the URL at your hands and at your fingertips to access it and update your information whenever you like. So once again, we are here for you to help answer your questions and help you along the way. So we hope this was insightful, and we look forward to having your organization listed on Nonprofit Central. Thanks again.